Ladies and gentlemen, men and women, boys and girls, welcome to the most must-watch Baseway TV. Previously, we were talking about the premature divorce. Why divorce so early in marriages these days? Why it's so easy to divorce? You know, why? Why? As I said last time, I said, marriage is supposed to be holy. Marriage is supposed to be protected. Marriage is supposed to be guaranteed. But why people that are walking off marriage so easily these days? Is that because outside there the grass always be greener? I don't know. Or it's just because people are greedy? I don't know. Everybody, they've got their own answers. But today I'm again with the beautiful women here. They've got their opinion about why divorce, why marriage is going like the way it's going right now. So I'm just gonna turn quickly around to my guests today. So first we have Mama Lebo, and in the middle we've got the beautiful woman Adeline. So Adeline, because the last time you were not here, so you can present yourself, you can introduce yourself to our audience.
Yeah, I will do. Hello, everyone. My name is Adeline Magarite. I'm originally from the Philippines,
Okay.
so I've known these guys in the previous work. So I'm looking forward for today, and I'm excited.
Thank you very much from the previous work. So today we've got also our sister, our African queen, sister Jose. Is that okay, lady or woman? Do you like to be called a lady or a woman?
Whichever
Or
one, I'm both.
what if I call you a girl?
No.
No.
No, thank you.
Why not? Why not a
No, I'm
girl?
not a girl. I am a girl in a way, but
See, for example, if I was maybe 60 years old and I call you a girl,
no, that wouldn't offend me,
that would have been
no.
okay.
No, it would have been okay, but
Because
if
I'm
you
this
me as
age.
a woman or a lady, that would be all right.
You understand the respect of a woman. Right, okay, right now, I'm just going to turn quickly. Last time we talked about why divorce is happening so easily in the modern era. People, they don't stay longer in marriages. Why? We talked about different issues, but there's one thing that we talked about. You said, not me, you said the man is the head of the family. So my question is, before I even ask this question, I need to go to Adeline. Adeline, last time you were not here in previous show that we did, but do you share the same view that the man is the head of the family, or do you have a different view about that?
I used to be a big believer in that, but
Uh-huh.
I've changed my outlook in life now. So all
Okay.
I want from the marriage is all about respect.
Respect.
Yeah, 50-50.
So you see as man equal to you,
Yes.
no difference.
It's more difference than a woman, right? Because I'm a big believer man as a man
Mhm.
who works full time, supposed to be like provider for everything
Mhm.
to a house. Do you know?
Yeah, to
you know,
provide,
to your
yeah.
everything in your household.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but again, if you feel like guilty that way because everything man's provide you what you need,
Mhm.
but you can't. You shouldn't be feeling guilty because you look after everybody in the household, but
Okay.
all you have to do is respect to the person who provide everything and let yourself be more freedom.
Why? I'm gonna go back to Lebo and Jose. Why, when we talk about the responsibility of a man and the way you see the man as a leader, no, not even as a leader, as the head of the house,
Yeah.
you relate that to kind of like providing.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't think it's right, to be honest. I don't think it's right. That's my own opinion.
Yeah.
For the fact that a woman is providing in a home does
Mhm.
not make the woman a head.
Okay.
That's my take.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't matter if there should be a reason why the man is not providing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to know what the reason is now because
Yeah.
every family, have their own different thing, or I don't know how to put it again, but
Yeah.
that's what it is. So what I would say is that providing does not make you the head.
Yeah.
Providing does not make you the head.
Yes.
But according to Adeline, you said you just want respect.
Yeah.
See, when you talk about respect, in what way?
everything, like as a wife, your husband should respect, and that doesn't mean you have to treat your husband as more special than anything, because he provide everything what we're needing in the household, you know. But it's, for me, it's not all about now. It's all about balance your life.
Okay.
You know, you provide everything. Then again, I'm here to respect your return. That's all I can give you. That.
So if I'm trying to get that clearly, so if I provide as a man in a house, and then I expect respect,
yeah,
and I expect you to see me as the head of the house, or something?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Can I say something?
Okay, go ahead.
There's something we do say in my language. I will translate it in English,
Yeah.
because if I say it in Igbo, you won't understand.
I just want you say in Hebrew.
And then translate it.
Just look at the camera. I just want you to look at the camera and say that in Hebrew.
All right.
So that way, Niger people, they can get it.
All right. What it is in Igbo, ana sina diokpara lie nna ya. You know, that is onye jire ego lie nna ya no buru diokpa buru. And what it means is that if you lose your dad, because let's say, for example, 3 or 4 of us here are siblings, and you are the first child of the family, and then we lost our dad. Just because you are the first child, and then we are looking up to you to get the whole thing, sort the whole problem out. It doesn't work that way. If I am the one that have the money, I should do it, irrespective of you being the first child. So what I'm saying in essence is that if my husband is the head, and if my husband cannot provide, and I have it, I should provide. And that does not make my husband to become the sub-head or the tail. Are you getting what I'm saying?
I'm getting where exactly what you're saying.
Irrespective of me providing or not providing,
He's
my
still the
husband's
head.
still the head.
Okay, but Adeline disagree with that.
I am
She's got
just
different
like
view.
the sub-head there. You know,
Okay.
like when you're writing essay, you do the heading.
Yeah.
And then you do the sub-heading. So that is who I am.
Okay.
You know, and it remains that way. That's my own opinion.
Can I answer Ozzy?
Yeah, sorry, I'm coming. So you keep that answer. Keep that answer. You're gonna answer also. But let me just get quickly to Adeline. Adeline, do you see when you say like you don't see the man as the head of the family?
Yeah.
And then you see him as equal. Is that exactly what you're trying to say? Like you are equal in the same level.
Yeah, well, that's how it should be.
In the same level, yeah.
Even though you earn more money than me, you know, but that doesn't mean you're the big boss, I would say. Is that the easiest way? You're the boss because you're a big provider. No, you should be balance everything what you have in your marriage.
Don't you think that there's a danger there? Because you cannot have two people
Captain in the same ship.
Yeah.
There's no two
Don't
captains.
you think that there's a danger there, no?
No, not really. No, for my own opinion, no, not really.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine.
But
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Adeline. You know, you can see the difference here. She's from Asia, right? And then we've got our African women there. They've got different opinion, but I'm really curious of what the British woman will say about the equality in marriage. Do they see the man as the head of the family, or do they share the same view as Adeline, or maybe the man is maybe the neck, not the head? Okay, label.
Just to get it right there.
Okay.
The man is never the
No. that was my and that was just a question I was trying to say.
That's his own phrase.
Okay. I want you to say what you're going to say about Ozzy.
Just to answer Ozzy, I think we need to get something right. I think we're starting to lose the meaning between submissive, and we don't want to get submissive to the to being bullied just because my man is the head and he provides. That doesn't mean he needs to bully me and check the balance all the time. What did you do with this whenever I ask? I think it should take us to this. Definitely, we still agree that the man is the head of the house, but it needs to be in balance. It really, really needs to be in balance.
Okay. What do you mean in balance? You need to explain a little bit, because
No, if you providing for me, it doesn't mean when you provide for me, you give me £1,000 today, and then you expect it for me to last for the whole month. Remember, I'm doing the school runs. I've got groceries, everything, school. extra things for school.
Mm-hmm.
If I come to you on the 20th and I say I've run off that money,
Mm-hmm.
you cannot interview me and say, what have you done with that £1,000 I gave you?
Come on, label.
You know,
Wait a second. We live in a society where there is a child benefit, tax credit. What else? If I'm forgetting something. So do you really need to run to the man about that kind of money? Really? Like the
That's for
school
the
run?
children, isn't it?
Yeah?
That's
think-
why
of
that's why it
course.
said child
Can I
in front.
choose something?
It's for the
You know,
children.
Okay.
I think we are diverting the whole thing. You
Yeah.
know? Talking about money
Mm-hmm.
has nothing to do with being the head.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
Are you getting what I'm saying?
Okay.
Mhm.
And then another thing is when you say being abusive, you know,
Mhm.
I didn't say that, you know, being the head,
Mhm.
you have the right to be abusive to your wife.
No.
No, that's not it.
Mm.
It's two different things, you know. Different people, different character, you know. So for the fact that one man is trying to be the abusive head
Yeah.
does not mean that another
Will be.
will be. Another will be the head but respect the wife, you know, and love the wife
Mm-hmm.
as it's supposed to be.
Mhm.
So it's two different things there. So when we are talking about being the head,
Mm-hmm.
we should, for now, omit that word abusive
Abusive.
and keep it aside.
Okay.
Or less, because it's relative, you know.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm saying
Exception,
that is
yeah.
that if you go to Mr. A,
Mm.
will be the head and he will play the part of the head, but not being abusive
Mm.
towards the wife or any other member of the
Yeah.
family.
Mm.
And then Mr. B might be. That does not mean that is the norm.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are, especially this, I think this can be really, really more directly to African men, because that's our culture. I'm an African man, so I mean, if you know that you provide for the family and you are the head according to what the women are saying, but you don't need to be a bully. You need just to know that that's your role, and they are giving that respect. So let's just take the material side apart, okay? I'm coming in the ways that you said it yourself. We need to go a little bit in details here. You said it yourself, the man is the head. Sometimes men, they disagree. They say you don't see them that way. Though you say it, but you don't see them that way. You don't act in the way that they'll feel like you feel they are their head. So what do you really need to do to make a man feel like I'm the head? If the man is struggling to understand if he is the head of the family, what you as a woman need to do to make the man really understand that I'm the head of the family?
Okay, for example, I'm going to use myself here because I'm a married woman.
Yep.
There's nothing I do that I don't, first of all, table it to my husband.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that, if it's what I like, that he must disagree. Even if he disagree, I have my own way of getting him convinced.
Okay.
Or changing his mind.
So you've got your own ways of
Yes,
getting
I've got-
what you want,
and
but
that way-
politely.
Politely. That way is not by, insulting him, shouting, or saying, oh, no, I'm this, and that, There's something they say, I don't know how to say it. They said a calm words, something, can you help me out here? Like, if somebody is angry, boiling, and then you want to talk
You
to the
calm.
person, you talk to the person calmly.
Oh, calmly,
It
okay.
cures that,
That anger,
sadness
yeah.
or that anger, So what I'm saying is that I can't do anything. I can't be anywhere. I'm not trying to, as in promote myself here
Yeah.
or trying to say what is not the fact or real. I can never do anything without telling my husband or bringing it before my husband. Look at this, look at that, and then wanting his opinion, even if it's something I know that I'm going to benefit from. Like I said, if you disagree, I have my way, to tell him, please rethink.
Okay, that's fine. Oh my days, today is gonna be
exciting.
hot. Today is gonna be hot. I'm telling you. I'm picking up every single word that you are saying, Sister Ose. Adeline, what do you think to make a man feel like? That's. I don't think this question applies really to you. But do you agree with what she's saying?
Yeah, I do agree with that because I have been brought up the way in the Philippines as well. That's kind of exactly the culture we had.
So you have to tell your man where you are, everything that you do.
Yes,
They
yeah.
need to agree with you.
Mhm.
But you've changed your views now.
Unfortunately, I've not been experienced about marriage Filipino and Philippines. I've been experienced like a European
Yeah.
marriage here.
Mm.
So again, for me to see man, husband and wife has to be 50-50 or balance or respect.
Mhm.
That doesn't mean you have to kind of, let your husband control you.
Mhm.
Your husband should be allowing you to kind of enjoy your journey as a married,
Mhm.
and not because when you hear like from other people, oh, I can't go in the pub with my friends, or I can't go to the party because I have to have permission from my husband.
Mhm.
So that's the kind of thing I'm trying to explain that a bit earlier.
Mhm.
If you're married, I understand you have to let your husband know. Like, I think we all have that kind of opinion anyway. We need to let our husband know, to let them know where we are going and who we're hanging about.
Uh-huh.
But that doesn't mean you've got to let your husband to control you.
What do you mean, like control you? See, when you tell your husband, I'm going there, and if your husband says like, no, that's not a good place, I don't want you to hang about with that person.
Yeah.
That person is dangerous.
Yes.
So do you say, I'm just letting you know, but I'm gonna do what I want to do?
No, doesn't mean you have to follow your own instinct. Yeah,
But your own instinct is telling you to go.
To go.
to go.
That's
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
As
So
long
you-
as you've got clarity in there, yeah, that should be fine.
So you just go.
I'll just go. Yes.
what about if it is in your own case now that your husband is moving out with somebody you don't like, and then you tell your husband you don't like that, and he has to follow his instinct? Are you okay with that as well?
That's a different story. Yes.
Aha.
That's
I'm
a
coming.
different
I'm
story.
coming.
Yeah.
So label. What does a woman need to do to make the man understand or feel that I'm really, really the head of the family?
I think we all have the same opinion. We know how
With
to deal.
Ozzy.
Yeah, no. Everybody, me and Adeline, and we know how.
No, Adeline,
We
she's
know how to
no.
twist our arm.
No,
the women's
definitely.
arms.
Adeline,
No.
Adeline, she's a. If I say feminist is too strong, but
Keep talking, please.
No, as an
Adam does not share your view at all. She's really, really different from your opinion.
No, she only has. We only have one same opinion, which is we know how to get our husbands.
She didn't say that.
But I think no, that's what she said. She
No,
said
she didn't.
only knows how to change the husband's wife if there's something to discuss. But let's not go into that. You asking me, what do I think about it? I think as a woman, according to the Bible, you have to be submissive, and if your husband says no, sometimes you really have to have a good reason to go without that no. And it's only like Ozzy was saying, it's only when you know your husband very well that you can change that no, and it's a good reason, because if you and my husband, you say no, and then I end up calling you at that party and say I'm in trouble, what's the first word you're gonna say? I told you so.
Yeah.
I told you so. So it's us working together in partnership, that if you say no, you might know something I don't know. I have to think about it, and also I have to think as a mother and as a husband. If you said no, don't say no then you go to the other party.
Exactly.
Don't say no to me then you leave me in the house and go to the other party.
So if I say no, we need to stay together in the house.
Why did you say no to me? I'm not saying
same
I'm
reasons.
not saying my job as a woman is to have fun. I'm out of that. I chose a family. I chose a husband. I chose children. I'm not biblical. I'm not supposed to be a party woman. I'm supposed to keep my family together. That's my job as a woman. And if I say I'm going out, it has to be for a good reason. Like, for example, I'll show you today. Example, I'll use Ozzy. I saw her shopping with her children. And I think if she left the husband, it was because she was going for shopping with the children. She was not going out for fun. That's her job and her role as a woman.
Look, I'm just gonna cut that. Just there.
Okay.
And what way? Because I'm not speaking on behalf of all men, but I'm a man myself.
Mm-hmm.
Though my view has changed about the way African men they behave. But look, see, for an African man, because I saw it, I lived it, I've got experience in that kind of style. For a man, you could say, I want to go to the party. And your man is going to say, no, you're not going. You stay in the house. And then myself, I'm going to hang out with my friend. I'm the head. I've got the final say. What are you gonna say about that? That's how I feel. A man should feel like, yes, I am the head of the family because I get to decide over you.
That is not bullying.
That's not bullying, yeah. That's
Yeah,
why
it's
it's going
bullying.
to bullying.
That's really bullying.
Yeah.
So can we make clear to the men, like, we women, we don't like that. We women.
Because you can't tell your wife to sit at home and you want to hang out with friends. If you're not, for me, if I'm to go out, and my husband say no, and he wants to go out, to me that means he's like,
Acting something.
yeah. So if you said I shouldn't go out, and I really need to go out, then I can suggest to go with you.
Hang out with you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
It's either we hang out or we go out together.
Yes.
It's one or the other.
Adeline is agreeing with that. So
Yeah, but see, go back to that. When you see no, when the wife say, "Can I go out tonight?" But that doesn't mean it's that giving you a short notice. Has to be a plenty notice. Because having a party somewhere, organizing all that, I'm sure we plan 3 months ahead and well in advance till you know where we're going. But when it comes to the time, you can't just say no. You have to let that wife go and enjoy to the party, because most people, what I heard in the past, no, you can't go there. It's kind of, for me, controlling your wife.
Yeah, but another thing is that can a husband say no without giving a reason? That's another thing. Because you cannot just say no to something.
Yes.
To me, it looks,
but the husband can say no and give you a reason, and that reason you don't value it. You don't see it as a
there's
reasonable
no reason there is
reason.
a waste. There's no reason there is a waste,
Oh,
Depends on how you're looking at it.
okay.
If my husband give a reason, I as an adult, I have to sit down and think about that.
Okay.
Then if it's something I think,
It's
I
nonsense.
need to... I don't want to use that.
But we sit in partnership and discuss it, isn't it? It's not nonsense.
I don't want to use that
She
word.
said she was gonna say, like, if it's something that I think about, and then I just added the word to that. I just landed the last goal. That's it. I just shoot it in the goal.
It's just like, something happened. I'll give you a scenario,
Yeah.
and I'm to do something I like, but the way I presented it to my husband, he didn't understand what it is.
Yeah.
So I blamed myself later. I was like furious at the first time, as in, I've told you this and you're not, he said, no, I'm your husband, and the same thing like me. If I don't like this and I say I don't like it, then we have to look into it. And I sat down, I reflected back of how I presented that to him, and I blamed myself. Because when he got to understand what, I meant, and then he was even more excited to see that than me, myself doing it. Are you getting what another thing is how you
definitely
pass your
getting what you're saying.
words, how you pass the information, how you talk is another thing.
Okay.
So if you're telling your husband something or your child or anybody, the way you present it matters a lot. So do that person you're telling that on fully understand what you're saying? That's another thing.
Yeah, that's another thing. See, okay, let me just stop there, and let me just turn into the camera and say, look, the African women that we've got on the thing, on the show, they've agreed that the man is the head of the family. That's just them agreeing to that 100%. Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Not Adeline, but they said Adeline is got a different view about that. But if the man is the head of the family and who is a woman, that's a question to Jose and Lebo. But I would like to hear the view of Adeline about that. So let's start with Lebo. Lebo, if the man is the head of the family, then who is the woman? in the family. The tail? I don't know.
A woman is a home builder.
Home builder.
A woman is a home builder. A woman is the strategy, and no head can function without that strategy and that home building.
Look, it's in the head that all the strategy come from.
No. You cannot have see, when you look at a human structure, where's the feet? Where is your strongest part?
Look, you're
It's
saying.
the feet.
So the woman is the feet then?
It's not the feet, but it's that structure that holds the body together, and it holds the head together. If I didn't have a neck and the body, this would be gone. So a woman is somebody who's home building, who's the strength, because without the strength, the head will not have.
So, okay. Yeah, we'll try and get it right, okay? See if we get things right. So the woman is the head holder.
No. Yes, it's the home builder, and we don't call it the head holder. It's the home builder.
Can say the neck.
It's the neck.
The neck. So you would say that was
I'm just joking.
You're just joking. I think Lebo, she's struggling. Lebo, you're struggling with what
I'm
to
trying
say.
to find words, but as
How can you
the
have
woman is a home builder.
this-
Without a woman, there is no home.
Exactly.
You
yeah.
cannot
She's
call
right.
a home without a woman. You
Yeah.
can be a man, you can bring the bread and everything, but do you know that even if
Look.
both of us are not working, I will make sure that the children are eating every day, no matter how.
Lebo, you are confusing me.
No, I'm not.
I'll say this because, see, if you are the home, is that what you said, yeah?
No, home builder.
Home builder, okay.
Yes.
And then, what is that to do with the head? Because a home is home builder. It could be. So, how can you find a place for a man in a family and you cannot find a place for a woman in a family? Don't you think that is confusing?
No, it's not.
Because if you have the head, you said it's the head. Okay.
It's the head of the what?
the head of the house.
No, family.
Family, sorry, yeah.
Yes.
Family.
And then,
So are
and
you?
then and who's the woman?
So you.
Family builder.
Let's take it this way.
You explain it more in better English.
How can a family?
No.
Look, sorry, Sister Ozi. Here, the social work, they can call themselves home builder.
No.
Well, they can say like, you look, they come here and they say, no, you don't look after your kid properly. We can take care of your kids. They're actually looking after your kids, and then that's your family. You know,
That's not right.
they can cook for your kids.
No.
And rise
can I
them
say
up.
something vertical?
Right. Okay.
What Labour is trying to say,
Uh-huh.
you know.
No, just give an answer first about who's a woman. That don't escape that question. If the man is the head, then who is the woman? This is a question I'm trying to get an answer.
Just like she said, the woman is a homemaker.
Homemaker.
Yeah.
And the man is the head.
Yes.
Homemaker.
Yes, and can I tell you the reason why I say the woman is I will kind of take you in depth, you know.
Homemaker of the family.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay. Now let's start.
Okay.
If you are the man
Uh-huh.
and I'm the woman,
Uh-huh.
you are the head. And what does the head do? To go out there to provide.
Uh-huh.
Let's forget about the woman working now, because that is what it used to be. You know?
I like the way you say the head is to go there, but my head can just go there without my legs.
The husband, let me put it that way, the man is
Right.
to go out there,
Uh-huh.
you know. And what makes the family is the man, the woman, and the children.
Right.
Just you and a man and the woman can make a family, but you know it's complete when you've got children, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what we call family. Okay, so when you're out there, you know, doing your own thing, which is like providing for the family, what am I doing? Is to keep the home in place, is to keep the home together. What is a home?
What if
Just-
you've got a job and then you've got someone to look after the kids, and you also
Nobody can take my place as a homemaker. Nobody.
I do agree with
Irrespective of you know, having a nanny, a house help or whatever. A house help can assist me in doing the house chores, but that I should not, you know, forget the fact that I'm a mother. I still have to create that time for my children.
Okay, that's fine. So, Adeline, you said you agree with that.
Yes, I agree with that. Yes.
In what way?
The thing, if you got someone to help you to look after your house or your kids, but as a wife, you still have a power to create that kind of as a family. To make
Okay.
it
Because
stay
you're the
strong.
one giving the person the chores.
Yes.
Just like you call me in here, it's what you tell me to do that I will do. I cannot just come inside this studio now and begin to pick,
Touch
do
stuff.
the. It's only when you, as a visitor, you tell me, bring this chair, put it there. I'll carry it and put it there. So, who is the initiator of the whole chores there? Is it me?
Okay, I'm curious about Adeline because she's confusing me as well. She's agreeing with you,
Yes.
and then at the same time she's disagreeing with you. They said the man is the head of the family, and we are trying to look for the place of a woman within the family. So, Adeline, do you, in terms of like equality, yeah? How do you see a man within the family? What role do you give a man?
I must admit, see, I'm gonna use my power as a family or as a mom, right?
Right, okay.
I must admit, I'm very lucky to have my husband because
Okay.
doesn't complain or anything
Okay.
like that. I can have more freedom, do whatever I want. That doesn't mean, I want to run my own business. Right? It doesn't complain or anything like that. But he understands how busy I am every single week. But he knows I still have that power as a mom in the house to look after the kids, cooking some kind of stuff you mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
So we still have the power as a mom in that house.
And then you still have the power as a mom in the house.
Yeah.
And then what is the role of a man? How do you
Yeah,
see that? How do you view your man? Do
Yeah.
you view
A man,
se-
you're there to. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah,
there.
it's okay.
As a husband,
Uh-huh.
you're there to go out, work, provide everything. Whatever you can get from your strength, right? But again, for my own opinion, we should treat a husband and wife 50-50.
50-50.
Yeah, we as a wife, we have power to create things in the house to look after the kids, and then as a husband, you have provide everything, money and etc. to pay all the in the house, right?
See,
Sorry, can I
Is
say
that
something?
right?
Yeah.
You using the word 50-50 is contradicting.
Mm-hmm.
Because you just said a few minutes ago that, as a mother, you're there to cook, look after your children.
Yes. Mhm.
That's your role,
Yes.
And
So-
then you now coming to say 50-50 is
50.
very, very contradicting.
Yeah.
that's what I'm telling
I know. I call it 50-50 because my husband away to go and work, provide all the good stuff.
And
what
you
we
go
need
to
have.
work as well.
Yeah, I go to work, and then I use
You
my
balance.
power all the time.
Can I
to look
say
after my
something?
kids.
Sorry for cutting you
Yeah, no.
short. You are going to work, your husband is working, he is the head.
Mhm.
I can say that you are, because maybe what one person is earning is not enough. And then you are a supporter, you're supporting. That's the way I'll put it.
Yeah.
So a
I
woman
go
is
to
a
work.
support.
Yeah, because if just look at it this way, if my husband is earning like £1,000 and that £1,000 is not enough to carry the family, and I know that as one person, that is what he can do. He can go and do millions of jobs just to get that enough money that will, be okay for the family. He's one person and he has to be in a place at a particular time. You know what I mean? So as a woman, for me to also go and look for a job will, and bring the money together with my husband's money, will be able to, sort us out, maybe for the month or maybe, depending on how you run your home. So doing that do not make me equal to my husband.
Okay.
I think I'm there, I'm helping.
Yeah, you're helping.
Because if he's earning, I have seen a lot of women who are housewives
Yes.
who do not work.
Oh yeah.
Maybe because what their husband is earning is enough.
Yeah.
And let me say it this way. I'm not particularly about
Material.
you're from Africa
Yeah.
or you're from
Europe.
Western. Family is family.
Yes.
If my husband is earning a lot of money, for God's sake, why would I be bothering myself working?
To be honest, I've met quite a lot of Western women. They said, I think this used to be a culture in the West. Like the man goes out there to search and provide for the family, and the woman will stay at home and take care of the house and the children. But this seems to change since after the Second World War and the emancipation and all that kind of stuff. But I'm trying to come into the way Adeline is saying, like, I'm trying to.
I'm in trouble here.
I'm trying to.
Sister, you
Because
tell me.
the reason why I'm coming back
Don't
to
worry.
you, Adeline, is because I like this one today because last time I had like on this show, we had 3 women and they all agree.
Oh.
They agreed that the man is the head of the family. Now today we've got another woman who used to agree that the man is the head of the family, but not anymore. She believed in a balance, you know. This is a British way of speaking, you know. So, and then she said she takes power of looking after kids, and she believes that after the kids, and she believes that the man should go out there and provide. And you think that you still have power of looking after the kids. In another way, it seems like you acknowledge your role and you acknowledge the role of your husband within the household.
Yes.
Yes, so you definitely have the role to look after the kids and make sure the housework is done. It doesn't matter what you do.
Yes, just my own opinion. I always want to look after my kids because that's the way I have been brought up.
Do you think it
Yeah.
should be always be like that?
For my own opinion, just my own opinion, yes. I just want to make sure all my kids are okay and make sure the house are clean.
And they cook
Yes,
and clean the dishes?
yeah, because I'm a very fussy person.
Okay.
I want to make sure what I eat and what kind of ingredients you put in there.
Would you agree with the people that they say that women, they belong in a kitchen? In that term?
No,
Since
not
you
100%.
don't want to let your woman, your man, like cook or clean the house or look after the kids because you believe that that is your role, but you still go out there and work, but
Yeah.
you don't allow your man to be in the kitchen.
Oh, my man's always in the kitchen, too.
Mm.
Yeah, my man's provide help to prepare for the kids' breakfast.
Uh-huh.
You know, so it's not all about me every single day. But again, at the same time, I have kind of I always want to take the first lead
Uh-huh.
to make sure the girls are okay.
There's a culture that is playing, you know, always come back to how you were brought up, you know. That's the way I'm trying to sounding like. So Lebo, now Hosea said like it's trying because you were struggling to put in, not even to put in words, you were struggling to find the place of a woman.
Sister been keeping well.
A home builder. So you are a home builder.
A woman is always going to be a home builder because I don't think in a marriage will never work without a woman. That's why there's a man and a wife, and that's why there's always be a role.
Don't say that
plays.
because I don't wanna look. There's so many sort of marriages, right? But the marriage that I'm talking about here,
It's a normal marriage. Where
yeah,
it's
not even a normal marriage because there's no a normal marriage in these days. I'm coming back because this is the show that everybody's gonna watch. There's no a normal marriage in these days, but we know that the straight marriage, you know.
A standard one.
Yeah, not even a standard one. I'm careful about my words. I'll put it like straight, you know, straight marriage, straight marriage. Normal marriage is a very complex subject.
No,
So-
in a straight marriage where I grew up in Africa, my mom was always making sure she cooks, she does the washing, everything. My dad was always the provider, and that's how we grew up. But I don't think that my dad would have done everything that he did without my mom's support.
Mhm.
So not only are we home builders, but with the support source, because we are the kind of people that even if when the children are down, when your man is down, when your husband is down, you always have to have that strength, and you always have to make sure things are running. You always, I don't know, you know, we are so blessed, I think, because God gave us that strength to honestly run our households.
Mhm.
But I think besides a man being a provider,
Mhm.
we are still home builders, and we still have that strength to do it. We don't know how we get the strength, but you find that you've got
It's
strength.
natural.
It's natural, yeah. It's just natural.
Just
But-
like childbirth.
Yeah, you know, without us, honestly, homes would not function.
Yeah. Okay. Now we're gonna do a bit, just a small exercise here, right? We are facing a camera. You know, we are talking to men. You know, we are talking to men, And then I want, like, Sister Jose, address the men and tell them how you like them. What would you like them to do to feel like you, as a woman, you are treated the way you see things? Because sometimes the view of the way men they see the women, and then that title, like the head, kinda sometimes taken out of context. So what can you tell the man, like, look, I'm a woman. If I say that you are the head, this is what I expect, this is what I expect, this is what I expect. Can you please tell all the men in the world right now, please?
To every man in the world, I want to say, I want my man to love me unconditionally, respect me as well, because when I get respect and love from my husband, and that's all that matters, you know. And for me as a lady, I know that I have to be submissive, acknowledge my husband as the head, you know, but what I need from my husband is just respect. So every man out there, try to respect your wife, love them unconditionally, and then they will find you as the head, and also present you anywhere they go as the head. That's it.
Good. Adeline?
Oh, mine is completely different.
Okay, go ahead. I like that differences. I like that.
Yeah, to all the men out there, again, just my own opinion, based on my experience, is we should treat husband and wife 50-50. I know some people out here are just
they've got different opinions.
Yeah, we do. But I suppose if you're gonna agree all what we discussed today, is I find it probably boring. So I have to disagree kind of things. Go in my heart. So again, I do agree with you. As a husband and wife, all I need from the husband is man. Respect is number one for me, because the more respect you get, that's all we get in return, you know. And then love unconditionally. Again, that's what I'm looking for from a husband. So works for any people out there who wants to have respect from any kind of your marriage.
Okay, are you done?
Yes, I'm done.
Okay. Label for all the men out there.
For all the men out.
Remember, you're not just speaking for yourself.
I know.
You're speaking for so many women. Just because you're the voice right now. There you go.
To all the men out there, like my sister said, we all just want to be loved and respected. And you know, sometimes what you give, is what you get. And it's a way for us to live together and build this families, and we avoid divorce. It's just to communication. Let's go back to communication and back to love and respect, and remembering why we loved each other in the first place and why we got married in the first place. And everything will take us back to having lost long-lasting marriages.
Good. Women have spoken. Now, this is tough, you know. Do you think by making a man understand that he's the head of the family, does he gonna make the marriage stable? Or
Of course, if you know place anyone in their own position, there shouldn't be any row. You know, because for example, if you take me out of my seat and put me in another person's seat, even if I don't speak, inside of me I'm not happy. And when you keep doing that, you know, the anger will be accumulated, and before you know it, it's busted, and that's when it leads to either me packing out or the other way around.
I am actually gonna put that in a sense that what Sister was trying to say is, a man is the head of the family, but see, if you're trying to replace a man in his place, that means things is not gonna work. Same for the woman. You know, they've discussed. They say like the woman has her own place in a family, but if you, the man, you are trying to replace a role of a woman within the family, you have a problem. So everybody have to be in their own position.
Yeah. And there's a tip I want to give out there. Women, you know, once you recognize your husband as the head, love and respect him, you will have him in your palm. And then people out there will think, there's a jazz or voodoo.
Damn! Right in the hand of my family.
Yes.
My wife. Right there, I'm standing.
Yeah.
Wow. So if she just like love me and respect me, and then she'll be having me in her own,
Yeah.
in her palm.
And you see people thinking otherwise, but not knowing it's because you loved and respect him. You've given him his place.
Wow. Respect and love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then once you respect your man, you love him, you'll have him right in your hand. You can squash him just like that. I'm kidding. What about Adeline? Do you think by acknowledging each other's position within the family, do you think that can make the marriage a little bit stable?
Yes. Can I say something? Go back to the respect and love. Right? When you speak if you speak your husband or any married people out there, respect and love unconditionally, you really need to love yourself first and respect every single bones on yourself before you can expect that from your husband, because that's how it works, and I really believe that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think now I'm just conscious about the time because I've got tons of questions. I mean, thousands of questions about love and respect.
Yes.
But I will see if we still enough time, and then I will just like bang on that one. So, label.
For me, it's the same with Sister Ozzy and Adeline. It's just about that love and respect, and I think it's the way we grew up talking about.
We're asking the question about: do you think if you give you respect each other's position within marriage, do you think marriage? So, from what you said, the husband is the head of the family.
Yes, it is.
And then if you respect the man as the head of the family, do you think that will make marriage stable and reduces divorces?
It will, definitely. It will, because once you get that balance of respect and you know what to do. Like, for example, we've got parents who've been married for 40, 45 years. How do they do it? It's the way they respect their husbands. So we need to get back to that culture of remembering where we come from. So yes, it goes back to respect and loving. And like I said, where we come from, why we loved each other in the first place.
Right, I'm going to discover the next topic about marriage. I'm just gonna give people the tip. That's the tick. Is marriage built on knowledge? It's a question mark. Is marriage built on knowledge? Do you have to have knowledge about marriage to be stable in marriage? It's a question. That's a topic for next week, by the way. I just want to say, all three of you said in marriage you have to have love and respect, but that's just like love, respect. Love, respect. Respect is one word, right? But that one word really has a lot of meaning.
Yes.
What you may consider as respect to you, to your husband, may not be it. So how do you come to a conclusion, wow, my man is respecting me? How do you make your husband know that, yes, this is really respect to my wife? That's the things that women, they need to work on as well as men. But because I've got you women here, I want you to elaborate a little bit, emphasize what is really, really respect that you expect from your man. So, right, okay.
It goes down to communication, just like Labor said. It's just like I'm a head practitioner.
Yeah.
And when you go to a client, the first thing you find out is the person's preference.
And
when I mean preference, is what the person like and dislike. So the same thing applicable to relationship. Like I said last 2 weeks, that I think every relationship should first of all experience courtship. But Nina disagreed with me. based on, arranged marriages
Yeah.
back in the days anyway. So it's all boiled down to communication. If I know my man, I should have learned him enough to know what he like and what he don't like.
Yes.
The same thing applicable to me. Should learn to know what you do to upset me, or what you do and I find it as disrespecting me. So if you get to learn each other, so when they said when a man and a woman comes together, they get to learn each other. What are you learning from the person? Is the person's preference, the person's like and dislike. So if you get to know that, you know what you're supposed to do. So for example, if I know that me just, picking my car key and walking out of this door without talking to anybody, that upsets my husband, I can't do it. Because I know that he'll find that as disrespect. So I've known that. Maybe in another family works for them fine. Maybe if a woman should walk out of this door without letting the husband know, the husband is fine. He can't complain, For them, that might not be, disrespect. So just like I said, it's very relative. So what works for another might not work for another person. So it's better for you to communicate with whosoever you're marrying, to get to know their preference and them getting to know yours as well. In that way, when you're crossing.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. What about Adeline? What do you think you have to make your man aware that this is a respect to me? You've shown me respect. Because a man may think that he's respecting you, while in your own view, he's disrespecting you. So what do you need to do really to, let me use this word, educate him about your own value of respect?
Yeah, so when I say respect, that including for everything, like communication in the house, like she says, it's all about getting to know each other and what kind of person, what kind of background you have. That's all about that. Again, when I'm a big believer of respect, that's reading for everything, right? So I have to respect every single bones in myself, then people will respect for me and return big time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's respect for you. So you need to know, the man need to know his wife's values.
Yes.
And then respect it. So the man has to learn his wife. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, and to add it, we in relationship you can't finish learning. It's a lifetime.
It's a
thing.
life.
Because something might come up and
It's
it's
continuous.
New thing. Yeah. And it's a new thing, and maybe I haven't done that before, or my husband haven't done that before, and doing it upsets him. If he complain, are you getting what I'm saying? I just need to sit down and evaluate things, and then add it into the ones I know about him. Oh, he don't like this.
Okay.
That is the thing.
What about label?
I think communication is about all the aspects of the family. Including the children, because I think we've left out the children, because once we disagree about the children, it's going to cost us negativity between us.
Okay.
So even if we are married, we need to still have that communication. What I learn about you, what you learn about me. And it goes a long way. It's not something you do within 2-3 years. It's a long learning curve.
Yeah, true. Let's just put the kids aside. It's about you and the respect that you expect from your husband. What is that you need to make your husband understand, look, this is my personal value. If you do this, it means that you are respecting me. What is it as a woman?
You just talk. You just communicate with your husband. Every single thing that comes up and you think this is not right, you just talk. And don't let things develop into a grudge. Just talk. As soon as just open up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do not
Just
assume,
be open.
Do not assume your husband is a mind reader.
Just talk.
Don't
Don't let
hide
things
anything.
develop into a grudge, because we've got that problem as people. Sometimes we just say, okay, he saw that I was not happy today and it's okay. Maybe he'll see that I was angry. No, we need to talk. We are not mind readers as people.
No.
You talked about love.
Respect.
I'm trying to get you to really explain to men what when you say I want my husband to love me, what do you really mean?
That's very, very, as in, it's a very complex question.
It's not easy.
You said unconditionally.
Yeah.
And love me unconditionally.
And when I say unconditionally, me as a married woman, I have my bad side. Are you getting what I'm saying? And so as every other person do, even my children, and I get to tolerate them. You know what I mean? My kids, they do bad things. Even after scolding them, I also tolerate them as in, and forget. So that's what I mean. Everyone in this life have a bad side. So if you are my husband, irrespective of what is good about me or bad about me, shouldn't put you off in loving me. Are you getting what I'm saying? That's what I mean by unconditional. Just like God loves us unconditionally.
Yeah. But if you say, like, for example, you go to your husband and say, my husband, I just want you, all I need from you is you loving me. And then what do you want the man to understand by just saying, like,
it's just by, let me put it back again, is by communication, Communication again comes in this, If I think my husband is not loving me enough, and just like we say, we are not mind readers, him himself might think he is, while me, myself, I'm not satisfied. Like I said, everyone is different, So it's about me, my husband asking me, what do you think I can do to make you happy?
There's actually, I like that, because there is also, as a man, I like that, because there's also, that's what I was gonna say anyway. You just nailed that. I was gonna say, like, there's as a man that will come to you and say, look, my wife, I just want you to love me. I don't want anything else, but you be asking yourself, really, I'm loving you. I'm cooking for you. I'm doing this, everything. But it seems like you don't understand in a way that they are trying to say, I want you to love me with all of you. Like understand me to the point that if I blink, the reason why I blink.
It doesn't work that way. I'm not doing that for crying out loud. I can't read what is in your mind. It's only when you let me know, Like I give a example here last time. There was two people in relationship. The other one, the man was like buying things for the lady, thinking that is his own way of showing love. And the lady is there, appreciating what he bought for him, but at the same time saying that he hasn't got time for her. And the man is on the other end saying that he wants words of encouragement, from his woman, but she's not saying that. You see, two of them are not communicating.
Yeah. So by that, you're saying, see, if you want to say, I want this to come out, because it's coming out already. My husband, for you to what? I'm trying to change the question here.
I have to tell my husband what I want.
Try and answer
the way
that.
I want him to, love me. It's just like, when just let me bring the word intimacy here. I'm so sorry, It's just like some women, they will expect their husband to know where they will touch them for them to get that satisfaction.
Yeah.
What is wrong with your mouth? If you know that it's here that you need it, why don't you tell your husband it's here? And then if your husband is not doing it the way we want, why don't you take his hand? Because we are all, here to learn. Yeah. Take your husband's hand and do it that same way you want. Nobody is dumb,
True.
If you teach your husband how to do that, and then he will learn.
Yeah.
And then you start doing it. So that is, the reason I'm just trying to, as in, get there.
Yeah, definitely.
So that love you're talking about, you can't tell somebody you want the person to love you without telling that person.
Okay. So the way you're explaining it, when a woman tells their husband, all I want from you is love. That means you're also talking about word of encouragement.
Yes. Teaching as well.
It's
just like if I go there and cook food, and then you, as my husband, you come and kick the food, I don't like it, you walk away. If you know how you want it, come to the kitchen and tell me, oh, darling, this is how to do it. I can tell you, when I first met my husband, we are from the same country but different states. You know what I mean? And the way I cook our Nigerian stew is not the way their own people cook. So when I take my time prepare mine, and you bring it, you say no, the tomato is having sour taste. I said, what do you mean? Tomato has sour taste already. And he said, okay, don't worry, next time. He took me to the kitchen. He has to fry it. I was there watching. He was frying it for ages. You know what I mean? And after that, he ate it and he was happy. From that time, I learned that this is how my man wants this, and I started doing it. That is what is called love.
Okay.
So if he don't love me, he might kick me out just because of that.
Okay.
Some men, they will kick their wife out because they don't know how to sweep.
I'm trying point by point. I'm trying to get point by point here. What about Adeline?
Yes, I do agree with that.
Okay, you agree with that?
Love, that's for everything. Right? It's all about, you have to speak up. If you got something to say it, and then we'll take it from there. Because we will learn.
I just want it from your own words, Adeline. If you go to your, I don't. It's not personal here. I'm trying to generalize here. So, for example, a woman goes to her husband and say, "My husband, all I want from you is love for this marriage to work." What does she really mean by saying that?
Everything.
Everything doesn't mean anything.
Like for me, love is all about, I want my marriage to last forever and then enjoy the journey. And again, to make that happen, to make it more stronger, you have to be able to communicate all the time, having a laugh, tell jokes one another, because you don't want to have marriage in a long time and ended up kind of boring because you take it too serious then. So my style is, the marriage, a husband and wife, to discuss things. Make sure we have a laugh every single day.
Okay. Make sure in marriage you have a laugh.
Yeah, you have to enjoy journey if you're married, because you can't take life too serious. Life is very simple and short, so please have a laugh. Even though sometimes you already have misunderstanding about your marriage, you need to be able to speak up and explain the situation, what been happened 10 or 20 minutes ago, and then we're back on track again. So for me, when we manage to communicate every single day, we have a laugh, we share a joke all the time, and then for me that's love, unconditional love.
Wow. So
that's count for everything.
You just want not serious in marriage.
No, I don't like serious. I'm not that type of person. I'm very smiley, so I told my husband, please don't take life too serious. Life is very simple.
My man, pretending if I'm a woman, I'll say it to you, my husband, don't take life too serious in marriage. We have to joke, we have to have a laugh. That shows you love me. That's what love means to you. So what about labor? When you go to your husband and say, my husband, all I need from you is love to make this marriage work. What do you really mean by that? What do you think a woman will mean by saying that?
Love me with everything I come with. I'm not perfect. If my partner knows, I always forget. Remind me. Don't be impatient with me. So love me with everything I come with, the whole package, because I'm not perfect. And I will learn to love you with everything that you've got, because nobody is perfect in a relationship. We all have our bad habits, our good habits, our perfections and our imperfections. But love me with everything I come with.
Is that what it means?
That's what it means to me. Love me with everything I've got.
Yeah, but another thing, that I cannot just go to my husband and say, I want you to love me. And my husband will in his mind, he's loving me. And then what do you mean? I just have to explain.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just have to tell him, this is what I need you to do. That is what I need you to do. So if I just say, just love me, it makes no sense.
That's what I wanted you to talk about, because you are talking about love and respect, but it does not really mean anything to anyone. When you explain, when you talk about it in details, then people, they have a clue, they have ideas. And that's the reason we're having this talk show, to help people to understand what really love means in marriage, and that's what we are doing this show. So, however, Today we're gonna end it today, but next time, same time on Sunday, we are together again. We are talking about, we're still on the same subject. Why marriage is ending up very, very quickly in these days. Why it's so easily to walk out of marriage. Now we're going in details to try and discover small issues that is actually troubling marriage. You know, from your point, Sister Jose, you said love to you, it means like your husband making you understanding your dislikes and your preferences. That means love to you. And then Adeline wants a bit of laugh in marriage. If you are a husband who does not know to joke, then some women will say, you don't love me, you never joke with me. So all of that counts in marriage. And then according to label means like when to know that my husband really, really loves me, he doesn't need really.
He has to come with all
Yeah,
she
you
got.
accept me with everything that I've got.
Yeah.
Understand my weaknesses, you know.
Exactly.
Understand me.
That's the perfect word, yes.
And her
You
strength.
just put it perfect.
No, I was just waiting for you to brush a little and then I'll kneel it. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. See you again next time on Baseway TV. The same time. If you wanna get in touch with us, really, Baseway TV Instagram, Baseway TV YouTube, Baseway TV Facebook. As for now, we say bye-bye.
Bye.
Marriage is one thing that I value most.
Marriage is one of the gifts that God gave us.
A man's role in a natural marriage is to be a leader, a protector, and a provider.
People in a marriage have to respect each other.
Marriage is all about respect, love unconditionally.
And I think nowadays in the modern society, we're forgetting why we got married in the first place.
You don't have to divorce because of money.
Women want men to play 50% in a marriage, and men want women to play 50% in marriage, which is not healthy.
I think people should stay in marriage no matter what, unless really something serious like adultery or abuse.
And to make it last forever. And please enjoy the journey and have fun and don't make it too serious.
Or because of benefits, you have to fight for your love and your marriage. That's your vow.
And I think the healthy way for marriage is for the man to remain the man and be the leader, the protector, and the provider, regardless of what. And the woman to be the housekeeper. Even if you're providing as a woman, remember your husband is the head. Husband, love your wife, and wife, be submissive.
Marriage is a holy thing. Marriage should be guaranteed. Marriage should be protected. Marriage should be honored. That's why when people they walk out of marriage, you don't know how much distraction that you are doing. You know, you're doing distraction to the society, to the families. It's because it's within marriage that we have good citizens, good families, and people that are ministers, pastors, and everything.
Why we got married in the first place, and looking at the principles and the core roots why we got married. So we just lost it. We just get married to get divorced as if it's like a trend.
This is Bestway TV. Stay tuned.
Follow us on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube, Bestway TV. Thank you.
Stay tuned to Bestway TV.
Stay tuned to Bestway TV.
To subscribe on Bestway TV.
Please subscribe to us and Baseway TV.